things that happened. And from where we are sitting, we just need them to give an MEC an opportunity to also be at the school, gather more information, and we will have to make a pronouncement tomorrow. He will also want to go and visit both families. So that's how we're going to be managing it.
All right, let's try and get more reaction to this incident now, particularly that of school excursions that do not seem to go without a hitch. And we're joined now by Matakanye, who is with the National Association of School Governing Bodies. Mr. Matakanye, good evening to you, and thank you very much for your time. There are previous incidents that have happened in Gauteng specifically. Enoch Mpianzi was one of those that were well publicized, a tragic death, and then followed the one which involved Latoya Templeton, another student who lost her life so tragically during a school excursion. What is it that is not being adhered to here by the schools and indeed the places that they take children to?
Thank you very much, Toli, once again. And good evening to your viewers. Our condolences once again to this mishap that seemed to be continuing without really unabated. We just send our deepest condolences to Latoya not long. And today it's the 3 children who have also gone the same fate. And as National Association of School Governing, we feel really it is too much. I really don't know whether it is us who are failing as school governing bodies, or is the department or the management. Somebody must be doing or sleeping on the job. And you'll remember that this very incident that occurred last time, we said we should give the department, particularly the MEC, an opportunity to investigate. And the MEC investigated and found that there were a number of people who were sleeping on the job. Now, as much as we want the same procedure to be done, but we are just saying really enough is enough. I think the department must really come very hard, so that you can't really arrange this type of an expression not knowing what type of a destination it is.
Yeah.
And also, I think this destination also must account, because they must have markings, they must have security, they must say this. You can't go in if you don't know this. You can't go in. And I think it's due to the fact that now when heads are rolling, I don't remember where now this particular place then also is taken to account, And I think now it is it must also be investigated, this place, because these places must be closed down if they don't take really care of our children, take care of our parents and all those things. But not only that, and we are saying the school must know exactly what is entailing there, so that everybody must be ready to assist our children.
Yeah.
And those who do not do the work, then heads must roll, so that this thing must come. I think we don't want any other drowning anymore. It must be the last drowning as well. Although it's very painful to lose a young life.
Indeed. And earlier today, I listened to a radio conversation with a president of Life Saving South Africa. And he had three things to say, really, and I'm just going to go through them very quickly. He says, risk assessments need to be conducted on venues where these camps or these excursions are taking place, so that if the place has a water facility, lifeguards ought to be hired, even if it is the hiring of retired lifeguards. And then, on top of it, the children who are attendees here must be given flotation devices, so that those who cannot swim do not suffer the same fate as the children we are talking about tonight. In your understanding, do you think that these three key things are being done by the schools?
They aren't being done. They aren't being done. And hence I'm saying, whoever organizes this excursion must know that this venue includes water. And then in the concession or in the acceptance letter, where a parent has to say, no, I agree that my child must accompany the school. There must be where then because the organizers must know. If it involves water, then the parent must indicate also to say, no, my child is unable to swim or is able to swim, so that now this child can be attended. And as the Swim South Africa is saying, that now they can be given the life-saving jackets when they arrive at that place. But that place is also seriously guarded. You can't just organize without knowing exactly where is the venue, what does it entail, and all those things. Then you go without it. So people who organize those things must know, so that parents are aware, they are told what type of a venue it is, and also the department, because the admin department also is just a question of tick-tick and the tick-tick. They must not tick-tick, they must also know, and I don't know what the regulation must be, whether before that excursion takes place, then I think a visit must have been made. It's either by department, it's either by the school, because the school governing body also, I think, we are sleeping on the job, because we are supposed to be taking charge of this, because we are representing parents. Nobody must organize these things behind us. We must know what type of place we are going, what measures in terms of security are to be employed, and all those things. So all these stakeholders in education, I mean, in organize this, I think they are failing us.
You talk about a tick box exercise by either the school or indeed the department. And you actually make me ask this question as to whether or not the department has learned any lessons here, given the previous incidents we have spoken about, and perhaps one of those key lessons, even though it will never bring back the life of a child lost so early in their lives, has the department suffered any lawsuits since the drowning of Enoch Mpianzi and most recently Latoya Templeton? Because perhaps that could serve as some kind of deterrent.
I really don't know, because to me, the lawsuit does not mean anything to me. What is important is the life of the young people. You know, if they are really concerned about losing a young life, really at this time they must have learned. They must have learned and put measures into place, because the department is the one that gives permission to say go to that. And how do you say go when you know that that place is dangerous, or that place really needs measures, serious measures so that the school is being told that, look, these are the steps that we must follow, and all those things. I think really we will not be investigating and coming back after losing a young life and say, no, we're still going to investigate. You will be knowing that really this must have happened. It's either people who are supposed to have been ensuring that these children are safe, they slept on the job. You know.
Final question to you,
what I'm
sir.
saying,
sorry to come in, sorry to cut in during your response. Perhaps as a final question, someone from the department, or perhaps someone from the Gauteng provincial government, may be watching this and saying, but how do you, Oli and Mr. Matakanye, jump into conclusions by blaming the department? You're already apportioning blame when an investigation has not gotten underway. However, perhaps the retort will be that when all is said and done, the custodian of education in any province, in any country, is the Department of Education. So are we laying the blame at the right door here, you and me, Mr. Matakanye?
No, I'm laying a blame at all the stakeholders involved, including the department. Because look, what happens to me is that what the management of the school, or the management together with the school government, they must have an objective of having an excursion. And once they have, what is the purpose of that particular excursion? What purpose do that particular excursion serves in education? Then they will find that now this excursion serves this purpose in education. I don't think it's just a free trip. It must be serving a particular, or if it is a trip that the school is raising funds, fine. Then they take a decision. School governing body and the management take a decision to say, yes, these are the 2 in a year, or these are the 3 in a year visiting places. Now, and the decision is final to say, no, it's fine. Then we are going to go here first, there second, and there second. Then they go to the department and tell the department, look, we are going to this place. Then the department will say yes, or the department will say no. You understand? Now, you see, these 3 people, this one has decided, has got an objective, why this excursion, and thereafter, but is it safe for our children? That's the question that school governing body must ask. That's the question that the management of the school must ask. But the same question must be asked by the department, whether that place is safe for us to go. So I'm saying, then these 3 states, because the governing body itself must say, no, we are not going these places. And they must put it on record so that if there is anybody who has taken over the function of the school governing body, they have got a record to prove to say no. But we told these people that we cannot go there for the sake of the safety of our children, because these are their children.
All right. Matakanye, let me thank you very much for your time, sir. He is the head of the National Association of School Governing Bodies.